Hey everyone, it's Virginia Stanley and
Lainey Mays.
we are excited to break our own rules and tell you a week in advance our selection for the Library Love Fest June Galley Club selection. We know that you need more time to read the books, and since this is a short week, we decided to record this little video, let you know what the selection is for the month of June so you can start reading, and then join in the fun next Tuesday as we talk about this book and others. We have a great team lined up to tell you more about the inside baseball of this book and then the author himself. Now, at least you know it's a male writer. So, Lainey, should we unveil our selection for the June Galley Club?
Drum roll, please.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yay! Now don't panic. You have time to read it.
That's a good one. Panic. You have plenty of time to read. Now is not the time to panic. Lainey, that was funny.
Oh, we're so excited. I know everyone else probably is too watching.
It's Kevin Wilson. And, look, everything Kevin Wilson touches turns to gold. You're familiar with his books, Family Thing, and of course, Nothing to See Here, which was a remarkable book. Both of those books were New York Times bestsellers. And Nothing to See Here, his last book, just touched everyone's heart about those two kids that went on fire whenever they got upset. It was a Jenna Bush pick. It just received a gazillion of rave reviews from Kirkus and Library Journal and Book List. And so we just love that book. And so we're so excited to talk about this new book, which is Coming of Age, which we love more than life itself. Right, Lainey?
We do. Yes. It's a very big Virginia favorite, Coming of Age.
I love him and I love Coming of Age. And this is a story of two hard scrabble kids who are sort of outsiders and how the friendship that they develop affects their lives then and in the not too distant future, as they are older. And to tell you more is to take away from the emotional punch of this book and the joy of the read. But we do have a snippet of an audio that we want to play for you, which is Kevin Wilson reading a piece that appears in the book, which is his sort of behind the book scenes and why did he write this book. So without further ado, I'm going to play this for you so that you can hear in Kevin's own words the story behind the story.
This is Kevin Wilson. Now is Not the Time to Panic is a book that I've been trying to write for years, and it's taken on so much meaning for me that I really had to get it right. It's a book about friendship, about art, about memory, and about what it means to hold on to the person who we were, even as we become someone else. It's about the ways in which art is the door that lets us walk into a new life, one that never seemed possible. The seed of the book dates back to the summer of 1997, when I had just finished my freshman year at Vanderbilt University in Nashville. I had a really hard time my freshman year. I felt like an outsider, having come from a little rural town, and I realized how far behind I was academically. The mental health issues I struggled with were only exacerbated by being away from my family and support systems. That summer, after living in what felt essentially like a frat house, I ended up moving in with my cousin Brian and his best friend Eric. And this is where Now is Not the Time to Panic really began. Eric was pursuing acting and was planning to move to Los Angeles that fall. And by watching him make films with his camera, I began to see that making art could be possible. Eric was charismatic and friendly and included me in the projects he was working on. He gave me Raymond Carver stories to read, played music I'd never heard, and I was enamored. He encouraged me to write more.
And that's just the beginning of this wonderful, lovely, warm, moving, thoughtful piece that Kevin has written to explain the bones of this book and why he wrote this book, and the background for it, what informed him, this relationship with his cousin and his cousin's best friend, and how he went from feeling sort of like an outcast to connecting with somebody that took him. You can hear actually in this recording when he says that he included me. You can actually hear Kevin's voice go up when he says that. And I think that's the germ of this book, is that these kids were outcasts. They made a connection, and then they were no longer outcasts to each other. It's really pretty beautiful. And so there's so much to talk about in this book with this author and with the publisher and the marketing director, who are going to be joining us in a couple of weeks on Galley Club. So you've got plenty of time now to download and read and enter Kevin's unusually beautiful world, where he creates characters that you connect with, understand, empathize with, and you don't forget them. That's how beautifully drawn they are. So he's lovely, Lainey. I'll just never stop talking about Kevin Wilson.
No, that was perfect. I'm very excited. I'm re-excited now after hearing that, Virginia. That was wonderful. And Kevin takes such care with his characters, and he thinks everything through, and he's just so intentional about the way he writes, and he is succinct, but you feel the heart, and these characters come alive throughout the book. I think of Nothing to See Here that has those same like pitch perfect points that Kevin hits, and I give it to everyone I know still. Like if they need a recommendation, I know if I give them Nothing to See Here that they will love it no matter what they're into. And with this book, I think he continues that those characters shine through, and the heart of the novel. There's always a little bit of an interesting part of the story for Kevin, but those characters are what shines through. Like, that is just the beginning. And I'm very excited to talk to Helen Atzma and Megan Deans about it on the 21st, but also really excited to hear from Kevin. He came to Day of Dialogue and did an amazing job at that video, and I think that we could have talked to him for forever. So now, selfishly, we get to talk to him for a lot longer with this.
Yeah, he's quite lovely. Just a lovely human being and a lovely writer. So we're really lucky to have him on. So please, we want to make sure that you have plenty of time to read the book. It's wonderful. So join us next Tuesday, where we will be talking about some books, Lainey and I. And then the following week, we will start with some chatter about Now Is Not the Time to Panic. Don't panic, Lainey, I love that. So next Tuesday, which will be June 7th, we will be back to talk to you about books, lots of books. We're also going to tease our ALA video. After 2 long years, they let us back in the video studio, and we wreaked havoc. So you'll get to see that, and we'll tell you a little bit about ALA. So if you're going, we'll give you the lowdown, and if you're not, don't worry, because you're still going to have plenty of opportunities to hear about our books that we'll be talking about at ALA. So lots to talk about next Tuesday, June 7th. Start reading Kevin Wilson's book now. Now is not the time to panic, and enjoy it and savor it. And we'll be talking more about it in the month of June. And you'll be meeting the team behind the book, and then you'll be meeting Kevin Wilson. So Galley Club for librarians, full circle.
And just a reminder, it's on Facebook Live, but it's also going to be available on Zoom. So if you need a link to that, it's going to be in our newsletter. Make sure you're signed up for that. And it's always on YouTube after. So if you don't have Facebook, don't let that stop you.
Don't let that stop you. And write to us if you have any thoughts, concerns, you don't know how to get anything, let us know. We're here for you. 24/7, 365.
like Virginia said, come to the party. It's for you.
Come to the party. It's for you. We should make party hats.
Yeah, I think so.
Galley Club party hats. Oh my God, wouldn't that be so cute? I would love that. And we'll see you on Tuesday, June 7th, to talk about lots of books and watch a very funny video. See you then.
Bye.